clay pot was dumped on the bush block next to our house in Ludmilla. My mother found it and scrubbed it clean. Clay pots like these are called pithari in the Rocky Mountains, land of the shepherds, Telendos and Astimenia in Greece. Home, a distance away, a month, a big boat, tearing the sea. In two worlds, xenithia is what breaks a fragile heart, confuses the soul, spirit and mind dwells, only a bold story tells. Days on Patris ferry from Greece to Australia in 1965. My mother says she felt like a fish in the sea, for it was the first time she left her home in Kalymnos. Shepherd's milk consists of a mix of goat and sheep milk. Once the cheese is made, it is kept in this clay pot, in salted water for up to a year. Shepherds also kept olives and dried figs in the clay pots. And the much bigger ones called pithos, they kept oil for up to 2 years. For if in the mountains natural disasters destroyed the crop, the people turned to produce they stored to keep them going. They'd take a couple of dried figs and be on their way to herd the sheep. There were no such things as shops. Gumbanya was the work family did, so they had stored to have enough food. And of course these clay pots, like the one the Kalymnian woman water bearer holds, carries the precious water. Rain arrived one night, like plentiful ripples of rivers, blessed with watered light, of 1,000,000,000,000 subtle droplets of mirrors that marked the moon on the earth, and colours of sun gave immaculate birth to a dotted rainbow that filled the skies, brought fire to water, turned darkness to day. As I watched the elements together at play, a cause to further explore, a question that calls for more. Is there water in the universe? And is there a place for my tentative birth? love a home far away, abandoned houses like empty souls, a castle grand and white, above on the highest mountain top, in between like an infamous acropolis, with historical flair and a dispositioned love affair. From afar her attention spanned, Greece her rightful land, a life in Darwin, Australia, only to return to her origins and feel a world away. There was a stream of fresh water on the island of Telendos where my mother grew up, and water was collected. The bronze statue of the clay pot woman water bearer in the Moor Darwin commemorates the founding of a sister city. She also stands in prominent locations in Kalymnos, reminding us of the hard work of the Greek Kalymnian mother in support of her family. Though the streams of water are now gone, and the island buys bottled water, and Kalymnians collect water in plastic bottles from community taps. So I now ask, what does this statue represent in modern times when we continuously deny Mother Nature's hard work? Fracking the NT, destroying green corridors, polluting our waters, littering our beaches, single-use plastic. How is any of this helping? I now ask to look at the statue and what it represents, because answers can be found in history, but not if politics change the symbolic meaning to suit their monetary gain. As I hear my mother's story, I link this to my own journey and my own existence, and that of my child. For if it weren't for my ancestors before me, where and what would I be? Where would she be? I observe changes in the world, and I wonder about consultation for the plight of our future generations, and what we are, in turn, leaving behind for them. Because as I see how far we've come, I also observe how far behind we are.